Hello, so I'm back with another eyeshadow tutorial. So last time I did a night out kind of makeup, like a date night or something. So I wanted to do something for during the day, and I feel like this is something cute and simple for a day out with the girls or the family. So I hope you guys like it, and we're gonna get started with the primer for the eyeshadows. Of course, as always, I'm gonna be using a concealer. I'm using the Maybelline Fit Me concealer, and I'm blending it out with the sponge from LA Girl and tapping motions. And since I already have the foundation on my face, I'm gonna make sure I blend it out really good on the edges right there where it connects with the foundation, because it is lighter, so I don't want to, you don't want to be able to tell where the concealer ends, so make sure it's nice and blended. And I'm not going to set it, I'm going to go straight into the eyeshadows. I'm going to be using this eyeshadow palette from LA Girl Pro Mastery. I'm going to grab this eyeshadow right here using a brush from She Glam, and I'm going to tap this all over my eyelid. I want the whole eyelid to be covered first, and I will be applying a few layers to make sure the tone is even and everything is nice and covered. And I do want it above the crease, but once everything is on the eyelid, like the tone is even and everything, I'm going to use whatever's left on the brush and start blending out the edges by going and tapping motions, and it's slowly gonna start moving higher, which is, like I said, what I want. I want this eyeshadow to be very visible when I'm looking straight forward and not just on my eyelid. So this is how I like to blend the eyeshadows when they're like not a dark tone. It's just easy to just keep tapping it like on the edges and slowly move higher. So I like using the same brush. I also want this eyeshadow on my lower lash line from the inner corner to the outer corner, so I'm going to apply that using the same brush. Then I'm gonna grab this eyeshadow right here. This time I'm using a smaller brush, my favorite little brush from Rimmel, and I'm going to apply this first above the roots of my eyelashes, like a smoky eyeliner kind of, but I want it very thin towards the inner part of my eyelid and a little bit thicker towards the outer part. And right here I'm also going to be applying a few layers to deepen up the eyeshadow, because since I'm applying it on top of an eyeshadow and not the creamy concealer, it's not gonna be as pigmented, so that's why I'm just gonna keep applying layers so the tone is even and it's a bit more noticeable. And then I'm gonna grab more and apply it on the outer part of my eyelid, and then slowly drag that towards, like, on my crease. And I want it to barely be visible at first, so I'm not gonna have a lot of product on the brush, because I kind of want to see first how it's gonna look before I make it dark. And then you can see over here how the eyeshadow goes from the inner part above the crease and it goes all around towards the outer part of my eye, like it connects right there, and then on top of my eyelashes. I really love that look, so I'm gonna keep applying it on the outer part of my eye so I can connect it right there, and then just keep adding more on my crease until the tone is even and it looks nice and blended. I don't want to cover up too much of the first eyeshadow I applied, like above that. I want it like also to be visible, So with this dark eyeshadow, I'm gonna try not to cover that when I'm blending it out. And I also want this eyeshadow on my lower lash line, but I'm only going to keep it on the outer part, so I'm just applying it as close to the lash line as I can, and then also connecting with the eyeshadow right there on the very corner of my eye. And this is where you can apply your fake eyelashes if you want, but I wanted to keep my natural lashes just to keep this makeup simple, especially if you don't have time to apply fake eyelashes, you want something quick but still super cute. This makeup looks really nice with just your natural lashes. So I'm using the Maybelline Lash Stiletto Mascara, and it's waterproof. I'm applying 2 layers from the roots all the way to the tip. If you don't want to smudge your eyelid, which no one wants to ruin the eyeshadow, so what you can do is apply or put a napkin or a small card or something like that behind the eyelashes while you're applying the mascara. I'm also applying that same mascara on my lower lashes, but right here I'm just applying 1 layer. And for the lips, I decided to go with a tinted lip oil from Rare Beauty in the shade Delight. I just love how it adds a little bit of color to my lips, but it's not too dramatic, like it doesn't stand out a lot, because like I said, I wanted to keep this makeup simple. So let me know in the comments below what you think. If you liked it, please leave a lot of kiss emojis in the comments below before you leave, and thank you all so much for your love and your support. I love you, and I will see you in my next video. Bye!